what age did you realize you had an identical twin brother?
Oh, baby.
Were you a little baby? Like, do you remember what age?
I don't remember my early childhood all that well, like 1 to 3, but after that, it was really obvious I had a twin and that he looked just like me.
Oh yeah, and when you first realized that, what was that like for you?
It was really cool. It was
yeah?
really cool. And, you know, I kind of, because he was the older one, I kind of wanted to be like him.
Oh.
Yeah, a lot. So, and he kind of was the leader, and I kind of followed him
Really?
a lot into a lot of things. And then after some time, I developed my own confidence and learned how to do things on my own, and I started doing my own thing.
Why would you think was the oldest if both of you are identical? What would make you think he is the oldest at that time?
Also, at that time, other people in the family picked him over me. Like, oh, you're the older one, you do this.
Oh.
You're like, other people kind of decide these things for you as a twin.
Really?
Yeah.
Amazing. And were you around the same age when you realized you had a twin brother?
Like he said, my recollection of my younger years, like 3, 5 years old, is not the best. So I wouldn't put like too much validity on any of those memories.
Oh.
He doesn't even know what happened.
You don't know what happened?
No, I know. Well, I know from what people have told me, but I don't like distinct. I have like a very visual memory of things, and I don't have like the 3D image in my head of things happening. No.
Oh, okay. You guys showed up at church one day, our church service. How did you find it?
Our best friend invited us. He looks just like us. He's
Yeah.
about 6'8". We're also very tall.
Right.
And he could be mistaken for our brother or our cousin.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
How tall are you guys?
We're 6'6".
Whoa. Why did you become a basketball player?
Well, there's a lot of competition, Jesse. That's not you. It's not just you don't just become the Hulk when you take steroids. You actually have to like try and be good.
And so for you, what was it like growing up with an identical twin brother?
You know, everything has its benefits and its consequences in life. So the benefits of having a twin brother is you always have a friend.
Yeah.
You know, there's someone your age that's going through the same thing that you're going through, and you guys get to experience everything together. So you always have a buddy. You're never alone. But the consequence of that is you're always kind of like attached to each other,
Yeah.
and you don't do things on your own, and you're kind of just like, oh, we're gonna do it together. So it took a long time for us to like diverge, as he said, and kind of do our own separate things. So.
And so, but at one point, you guys wanted to do the same thing at the same time together.
Oh, well, we always played the same sports together. We always, you know, I mean, we spend like 12 hours a day for 20 years together.
We have a business together.
Yeah.
You
like-
in business together?
Yeah, we work together every day. You know?
Really?
So,
Is that boring at times?
no, it's fun. The work is fun.
Work is fun.
The work is fun.
Yeah.
But was it fun always having the same person around?
When you're doing jobs like construction, you kind of want consistent people.
Oh.
So if you know, just working with just anybody, they don't necessarily know how this is done.
So you guys do construction work?
Yeah, like landscaping and irrigation.
Oh, you like that?
Yeah, you know, we're third generation. Our grandfather started the business in 1950, or just after World War II. And then my uncles and my father did it, and we're, you know, third generation.
Really? You like doing it, huh?
I love it.
You know, I've tried office jobs, I've tried a lot of other things, and it's doing things with my hands and physically seeing the work that I do is very rewarding.
Amazing. And so landscaping mean, what does that mean exactly?
So, you know, right now in Beverly Hills, they have a law that they have to catch all the rainwater because they water a lot and we're in a drought. In California, you can't use, you know, everybody's water. We have to use it for everything else.
Right.
So they have to collect the rainwater, and we have to build systems like tanks that pump it out to the irrigation. So we, you know, build those systems.
Oh, that's amazing. How old are you guys?
28 years old.
Yeah, almost 29.
Almost 29.
Almost what? 29?
Almost 29 in August.
Oh, really? But today you're 28?
Yes.
So you're millennials.
Yeah.
I guess.
Yeah,
you
pretty
you
much.
tell me.
Yeah. Guilty.
So you guys smoke pot?
Yes.
Yes.
You been smoking some today?
Yes.
Yeah.
Definitely.
I guess we're there.
So do you guys like pass the joint, or do you have your own separate joint?
All dabs.
It's concentrate.
What does that mean?
Concentrate. So when you have, it's just like anything else when you've been doing it for enough time. You know, let's just say you start with alcohol and you start with a beer. Eventually, one beer is never going to do it enough for you. You have to get either more beers or you have to drink hard liquor. So same thing with weed. You start smoking weed. Eventually, that old, you know, crummy pot that you got didn't work, and then now you have to get the high grade stuff. And then when the high grade stuff doesn't work anymore, then you have to go get concentrated.
What? Nah. And so, what does it feel like being high right now?
It feels normal.
Yep.
It feels normal.
do it
You know,
every
yeah, like to a drunk person, being drunk is normal.
That's funny to see you guys high. Were you surprised when we invited you on the show?
Not really.
Oh, good.
No.
So, like, let me ask: when you were a little kid, could you feel each other pain?
Oh, we've had some weird incidents like that. There was a, well, I don't know if we're gonna say this on the air,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
there was a couple
There's
moments
been
where
moments
we
where-
just showed up for each other. Like I
Yeah.
just knew.
It just knew.
was
It's
in
like
trouble.
everybody
Oh,
was
yeah.
trying to contact my brother, and they didn't know where he was. And then I just had this like feeling. I can't. It's not like it was not like a sixth sense or something. There was just like certainty. I need to go to the Carl's Jr. that's right by the house. So I go over to the Carl's Jr. I order some food, and I sit down. And I just wait there. And about like 10, 15 minutes go by, and he walks through the door. It was just nobody had called him, nothing. It was the most insane thing.
Did you feel him wanting you to come, or you knew where he was, or what do you?
I kind of wanted to talk to him, and I was right down the street.
And how do you know he was at Carl Jr.? How did you know that?
I think it was his fate.
I know that was just fate. It was just like
Destiny.
God's like telling you, hey, just go there. You need to be there.
And
Oh,
then
yeah.
you just
This is where you
it
want
was
to
a
be.
surreal experience. I don't know how to describe it in a better way for other people, but it was really very.
So are you like on the same brain wavelength?
Maybe. I don't know how that works. You'd have to talk to a scientist.
Do you ever feel sad at the same time?
And not really like that.
You know, but a lot of things that happen that are like sad in our lives happen to both of us because we're twins. So like if my mother dies, guess whose mother also died? His mother also died. So it's like most of the things that are going to be sad for me are going to also be just as equally sad for him.
Amazing. Were you raised by both parents, your father and mother?
They broke up when we were little.
Yeah, that was the
yeah.
best thing. I'm
yeah,
not
this is-
100%
Yeah.
that was destiny. Should have happened that way.
Yeah,
Why?
I'm grateful that happened. That-
Why?
No, they weren't meant for each other.
How do you know that?
I know them.
Yeah,
I don't need to know
wanna-
anything else. I
yeah.
know them.
Trust me, I don't want to get into anybody's life or
Right.
my parents or anything, but it worked out better for both of them. My mom got remarried and found a wonderful man, Jeff, that was our stepfather, and he helped raise us like we were his own children, and
I
he
see.
really changed our lives
Yeah.
too.
Were you guys close to your father though, even though you were
Of course,
I love my
of
dad.
course. You know, he was
Oh,
kind
good.
of every other weekend we spent with him. So he was kind of like the weekend warrior dad. Our mom was very strict in all the structure and everything, bedtime 10 o'clock. We go to our dad's house, we're up at 5 a.m. drinking soda, jumping off the ceiling. No rules.
No rules.
No rules. So it's great to have that, escape from the structure.
Yeah. So are you guys Christians?
Yeah.
I would say
You're
so.
a Christian?
We were raised Christian.
Oh, you're raised Christian. What does it mean to be a Christian, Kris? Kris the Christian.
No, I don't know. I'm going to dodge this question. We're just going to pass on the Christian thing.
Why?
It's just, I have, okay, so I've been to Jewish church, right? Or synagogue.
And are you-
Mormonism, Buddhist.
He's-
I've been to a
he's
bunch of
spent-
different things.
he's actually
spent a
spent
lot
about a
of time.
bunch of
I've
time.
actually joined some of these other religions.
Mm-hmm.
And at least in part, I didn't actually take the final ritual, but I did the rest of the ritual.
Right.
So, I love everybody. And I'm not going to
what were you
disparage
looking
on
for?
one group or another.
What were you looking for that caused you to go to different churches,
An experience.
different religion? You look for the experience.
And I love people.
Right.
So there's more to learn in the person than the
Yeah.
book.
That's right. That makes sense. And you did the same thing?
Yeah, I've been to many Buddhist temples. One of our best friends that used to live here. He's from Sri Lanka, and his family is very religious and Buddhist. And his mother came and stayed with him for a year, and she couldn't drive. So I took her to all the Buddhist temples around in this area. And then when he got married, I actually had the privilege of going to Sri Lanka and seeing like Sigiriya and all these Buddhist temples with them. It was a very beautiful experience.
Oh, nice. How long were you there?
2 weeks.
Really? Did you go too?
No.
What was it like being away from him for 2 weeks?
Oh, I spent years away from him.
Oh, you have?
Not that.
It's not.
What's that like?
You know what? It's just like when you dated somebody for a while, right? And you really like fell in love with this girl, right? And then you're not dating her anymore.
Yeah.
And then you come find her like 2 years later, and it's like nothing ever, nothing changed. It's just like picking up, you hold my hand. Let's go.
So, between you guys, who's the strongest, who's the weakest?
He's the strong one.
Yeah.
He's the strong one? In what way?
Well, it depends on what you're talking about. Like, if you're talking about physical strength, I've never won a fight against him, so.
No, I meant
you
like
could just-
emotional strength.
Oh, well, it depends on what you're talking about there, too. You
Oh.
know? Like, if he got really sick, that
Right.
might bother him.
So
But
what-
I've been, it might bother him mentally.
Right.
That might actually shake him mentally
okay.
because he's never really been sick. But I've had diabetes for 20 years. So if I got really sick, this is another day at the hospital.
Really?
Right? I've been here 20 times.
So why does
So-
he have it and you don't have it? Do you have it?
Are you talking about like emotional and mental strength?
Diabetes.
Diabetes.
Yeah,
Oh, they
diabetes.
studied us.
Huh?
They studied us. They had him take blood tests
Oh.
and me take blood tests a long time ago. They never gave us results. We don't know.
You know, it's very interesting because there's supposedly the type 1 diabetes is supposed to be genetic, but we have like pretty much identical genes. So it would make sense that if two things are identical, both of them would get it, but that
Right.
is not necessarily the case.